Hey guys! So this past month I was definitely very excited about a few things, so I was definitely able to do a favorites video this time around. Especially in my last video I kept being like, in this product I love it, in this product I love it. So I was like, I can definitely pull favorites together this month. So I have a whole bunch of stuff to talk about that I am really excited about, that I really liked. So I'm just gonna like randomly grab back here. This should be fun. Like whatever I get when I talk about. I have a lot of brushes. It's probably my main thing. Okay, so the first one is gonna be the L'Oreal Magic Lumi Light Infusing Primer. I've talked about this in my favorites before, and I probably use it in my videos all the time. But I just wanted to talk about it again because I use all kinds of primers. I use Benefit, I use the Becca Backlighting Primer, which is what this is kind of like a ripoff of. I use Maybelline's like color correcting primers, and I've used NYX, I've used a whole bunch. There's a ton out there. But if you're wanting like a backlight glow, there's the Becca one and then there's this one, and I, honest to God, think that this one's even better. I also use like the color correcting primers because I always have redness and stuff. And the reason that I want to talk about this one again this time is because I was using another color correcting one for a while, probably the Maybelline one. And then I was like kind of sick of it, and I came back to this one. And this one just does such a great job. Just really giving you that glow, but also really getting that discoloration out of your skin. And it just amazes me every single time I use it how well it works. But it really just smooths out my skin tone a little bit and just really prepares it for the foundation. I really like this, so I just wanted to talk about it again, especially if you don't want to spend all that money on the Becca one. I think this one is way more worth it, and it's like 12 bucks, so of course it's more worth it. Okay, so this is a dry shampoo. I always use the Nature Mothers dry shampoo, which I really like. I think it works really good. It may have been in my favorites actually a couple months ago. But this one is by Batiste, and I guess that it's over in the UK. It's voted #1 over there. So the reason that I saw it is because, you know, dry shampoo just leaves a residue. It just does. You got to deal with it. That's kind of the point. That's how it does its work. But this one was for dark and deep brown. And so that's how I saw it and picked it up. But it works so good. I use a lot less of it than I use for the Nature Mothers. And it smells really good. The only thing is because it's colored, so I'm sure any of the colored ones, like when I wash it out, I can like see the like brown washing out. It's kind of gross in the shower, but I really like it. I found it at Target. If you guys with dark hair out there need a dark colored dry shampoo. Okay. This is the Real Techniques powder brush. Do you see how big and fluffy this is? And then see its shape. It's like this ovally, it kind of like tapers up here. So I got it to do my bronzer with. And holy shit. I think because of this like oval shape, how it just fits in here, it like perfectly does your bronzer. And then like I'll go back in with a blush on top of the bronzer, especially like you can see I did that today. And God, it just applies it so perfectly. I just really been loving using this brush. It's like all I've been using to do my bronzer and everything. I really like it. Like I could probably buy about 5 of those and be happy. So another Real Techniques brush. This is the retractable kabuki brush. Whatever, it's great for travel. That's not really why I got it. I got it for the shape because I'm really enjoying putting on my blush with this angled shape. I think that it just puts it in all the right places. And again, you know, it's that same kabuki, that same nice soft fluffiness, and so it just applies it. In my last video, if you watch, I'm applying the blush, and you can just kind of like, once I get into there, and the next second it is, and it looks so good. It's like perfection. Real Techniques just does a good job, you know. So, and they're, you know, pretty affordable. Okay, so I raved about this a little bit in my last video. This is the Kat Von D Lock It Powder Foundation. Mine is a medium 62 because I'm really tan right now. I'm really gonna fade out of this color very soon. I'm gonna have to go buy another one. But it's making me want to like go try other powder foundations. I know Too Faced has some, and I know, oh, Tarte has some. So I kind of want to try theirs too. Let me know if you guys have tried their powder foundations and what you think. But this one is by Kat Von D. You know I love her shit. So, it's just, I don't know. It's like silky. And it just goes right onto the skin and just kind of becomes your skin. It comes with this little guy in here, which I used once to apply, but it puts on so much product that I was like, oh my god. The only thing about this one is that if I put on too much, it'll make me look orange, so I have to really buff it out. I don't know if it's just because I got maybe my wrong tone, or if that's just how it is, I don't know. But I do have that problem with this, so I have to go really light and then really build it up if I want to. You can't pack it on heavy. That might just be my skin tone again, but yeah, you can like, you know, do a really light layer and it just looks so natural, especially when you know, set it with some setting spray. It just looks like your skin. And then you can build it up as much as you need. I really like it. And, you know, again, it's pretty affordable. Kat Von D stuff isn't like super expensive, so I think it's really worth it. The packaging is beautiful. So I've really been enjoying using that. Okay, so the next one, which I've talked about quite a bit, is the NYX Color Correcting Concealer Palette. Comes with all of these colors. I use the green and the yellow the most, and then like the two salmon colors I like a lot. Really, if you can just use them as plain old concealer. They work really good. And then there's a dark brown and a purple in here. I just don't really need those. The only thing is that like I'll put the yellow on, or the orangey ones on my eye circles, and then I put concealer over that. And all together, it's just too crepey for me. It really gets into my fine lines and everything, so I'm still kind of trying to work that out a little bit. But I really like what it does, and I'm just really having a lot of fun with it. I think it works great. And then see, so like I put it on, I dot it all over, I put it wherever I need to, and then I leave it. And then once I'm putting on my foundation and everything, I buff it in that way. Maybe that's why I'm getting like a little bit of cakiness, crepiness under my eyes. Like maybe I should buff it out a little bit better with a beauty blender or something. But then I feel like it's gone and it's not doing what it's supposed to do anymore. Which probably doesn't make any sense. So I just, maybe at least under my eyes, I need to just buff it out a little more. But for the green, I do put it like on my, you know, breakouts and whatever, discolorations and all that, and then just buff it in with the foundation, and works great. So another brush, the Sonia Kashuk number 124. It's a really small stippling brush. Sometimes I see girls in videos applying their highlight like that, and I thought, it looks so good. And I really like my fan brush and all that. But I really liked the way that this looked on girls, so I went out and I got one to try it, and I have been absolutely loving the way that it applies the highlighter. Just more natural, and I guess lately that's the problem, is that I've been thinking that highlighter just looks too glittery. I just haven't been liking it. So I really wanted to kind of try different techniques and just make it look a little bit better. And I've really, really been liking just how this applies it just really naturally, and then like you can really build it up if you want. And so yeah, it's all squished from the package like into this oval shape. So I've really been trying to keep it that way so that it's like the perfect shape for the top of the cheekbones and everything. I really like it for that. Okay, so as you guys might know from watching my videos, I was in love with the Kat Von D liquid. I think it's the tattoo one, liquid liner of hers. And then all of a sudden, I don't know what happened, but they went to shit. And, you know, I can't even like line my eye and then do the wing without it drying out, and, you know, having to like shake it some more and wait and wait and wait for the liner to come back in. And that's a brand new pen. So I got really freaking sick of it, and I've been on the hunt for a new eyeliner. And so finally I found this matte liquid liner from NYX, and it's a little brush. So at first I was like I wasn't used to it, and it took me a little bit to get used to it, especially to do my wings, but it dries very matte. It's so easy to use, you know, it goes right on there. There's a lot of product in the bottle, and so I've really, really been liking it. The problem with that, I guess, is that it has so much product on the little brush, it'll kind of break up. So you really kind of need to, especially when you're doing the wing, just kind of like wipe the brush off, or maybe line your eye first and then do the wing so that it doesn't crack and break later. So that's the only problem that I've really been having with it that I'm not very happy about. But I'm just so happy to finally find an eyeliner that I don't have to worry about it not having enough product and having to sit there and shake it and wait for it to sink back into that felt tip. It's really easy to apply. I really like the wing that I get with it. And yeah, I've been liking like the little brush is what I've actually really been enjoying. It's different. I'm not used to it, and I just think it does a good job. It's really easy to maneuver and make it do what you want it to do, I guess, once you get used to it. This is like my baby for the month. I finally gave in and went and bought the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Definer Triangular Brow Pencil in Granite, because my eyebrows are pitch black. So it is this little like triangular, so one side has a spoolie, which is so convenient. I guess her brow pencil did too, but it's like this big thick triangular thing, which I was kind of like, at first I had a lot of problems getting used to it, because I was using an angled brush, so I was able to really be precise at the ends, you know, and just everywhere. And I feel like this one, it's a little bit easy to be messy with because it's so thick. But the texture of it, the color payoff of it is like this like perfect in between. Is like when you rub it on your hand, when you swatch it, it's like kind of dry, and you're kind of like, oh god, like how much product is this gonna take to put onto my brow? And it's just not very pigmented. But I think that that's exactly what makes them look so natural. You know, you fill in your gaps and you kind of take your time lining your brow and everything, and then, you know, really fill it in, and then you flip it over and you brush it out, and it looks amazing. I can't believe how amazing it makes my eyebrows look. Like, I am really, really enjoying how natural they look. And I mean natural. Like, they're obviously filled in, you know, but they just look so natural. They look so good. And I've used a lot of things. I've used eyeshadow, I've used the brow pencil, I've used other brow products, pomade, powders. I've used a lot of things. And this thing seriously impresses me how good it looks once you've, you know, brushed it out and everything. I love it. I don't think I'm ever going to use anything else ever again. And then the last but not least is kind of funny because it's old school. It's the Mary Luminizer highlighter. I know. I never got it because it's kind of hard to find nowadays. It's old school, you know, there's just so many different products out there. And so I was looking for it forever, and then finally I was like, okay, I'm gonna obviously have to get online and just buy it. What led me to this is that it's so old, and yet people talk about it all the time, and it looks so good. Like, I really like MAC Soft and Gentle. I think it just looks beautiful on everybody, and it's like a little goes a long way. It looks so good. This is pretty equal to that. What I'm really liking about this more though is that, like I said, like I was getting really sick of how highlighters were looking on me. Maybe it's because I'm having a lot of those skin problems that I'm kind of creating for myself, and so it was kind of bringing that out. It was just, I felt like they were all just sitting on my skin looking really glittery and just really fake and gross. And so I don't think you could tell. Let me try this side. So this is like really like when you open it up, it has kind of a sheen to it, but it's pretty matte. And then you rub it in there and it's just like velvet. It's just like velvety silkiness on the back of your hand. Like, can you guys see that? I don't know if you can see that. But so it goes on there and it's like matte, but it has a nice sheen to it. It's like the perfect highlight, and it goes into the skin. It becomes part of the skin. It's not like this glittery crap just sitting on there that it's just too much. I don't know how to explain it. Like, I feel like you have to spray it for it to kind of settle in there and really look like a nice highlight. This is like the equivalent to like a cream highlight, but it's powdery. It's such a great, I want to say fabrication. Think of the word. Production. Now I want to say production. Manufacturing. Like, why am I coming up with these words? Great consistency. I mean, do you guys get what I'm saying? It's absolutely perfect though. It reminds me of, my friend told me the Laura Mercier like matte, I think matte highlighting powder or something. It's kind of like that. I didn't buy that one because I didn't feel like spending that much money at the time. And so I went and got the Mary Luminizer, which is only like 23 bucks or something, and then it turned out to be basically the same thing, so I was very happy with that. But anyways, sorry for the mind blank there. I hope that you guys liked all of these. I'm super excited about every single one of these products this month. I like them a lot. If you guys liked any of them, or if you guys use any of them, you should comment down below and let me know what you thought about them. And if you go out and you buy one and you try one and you like it, let me know too. So my next video, I'm going to try to do a talk through makeup video. Those are a little bit harder. They tend to be a little bit longer, but I haven't done one in so long and they're so much fun. So you guys just stay tuned for that, and thank you guys so much for watching this video and everything else. So subscribe and give it a thumbs up if you like it and if you want to see more stuff, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye guys.